Why is this so anxiety and stress inducing?
Well, you know, people are scared to death of money in the first place, but taxes most of all.
I love money. No fear there.
Absolutely. I mean, people are scared to death of the IRS, and they shouldn't be.
Okay.
The tax law actually is just a series of incentives. So there's a lot of positives in the tax law that people actually never find.
Any big changes? I know we've seen some stuff happening this year that people really need to pay attention to.
Well, huge changes for next year.
Okay.
Okay, most of the changes that came from the Trump's tax law last year take effect in 2018, but there are still plenty of things right now would be the time to be planning for those tax changes.
Okay, and what are some of those things that maybe we should be planning for the next year?
Well, so for example, there's a lot more deductions. So if you've, for example, I mean, people forget that there are so many deductions that they might be missing. One thing, child tax credit goes up this year in 2018, so that's a big one. But another one is people don't know that they can take a home office deduction if they have a business or if they're investors.
Maybe cable, magazines,
exactly.
media.
Well, not just that, but it actually increases their automobile deduction, and that one was a big change in 2000 in this tax bill. That now car expense is way more deductible than it was. I mean, up to if you buy an SUV, it could be the entire purchase price of your SUV.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you need to keep receipts on purchases?
Oh my heavens, yeah. The IRS, so here's a way to prepare and not be afraid of the IRS. First of all, by the way, never talk to the IRS, okay? Not your job, that's your tax preparer's job.
They're not going to call you, by the way.
They will not call you. They will not call you. That's a scam.
Okay.
They will send you a letter, and when you get that, you just give it to your CPA, and your CPA will take care of it.
And if you don't find one, call you.
Exactly. Sure, of course. But the receipts are important because when the IRS, if they do audit you, they don't really care about whether it's right or wrong. They care whether you have a receipt first.
Gotcha.
And so if you don't have the documentation, they're going to disallow that deduction.
Okay, we're getting the wrap. 3 biggest mistakes people make when filing.
Okay, number one is they don't take deductions that they're entitled to, like the home office. That's the biggest one. Number 2 is they don't keep their receipts. They don't document things. And number 3 is they think that all tax preparers are created equal. And the reality is that just like doctors, okay, there's a big difference between tax preparers, and so if you get into investing into a business, you really ought to start looking for a CPA who's really qualified.
Okay.
I have one last question for you real quick. This actually, personally, I was cleaning out my drawers, doing some spring cleaning. How long do you have to hold on to your old taxes that you have filed?
Great question. 7 years.
7 years.
7 years.
Oh, that's so much paperwork to hold on to.
I have a whole bunch of receipts at home, but I don't know what, so now I'm panicking a little bit.
That's why we do everything paperless.
There you go.
Yeah,
I like
that's
that.
so true.
Get that email,
debit and credit cards too. You have everything.
Yep.
Okay, how can people find you?
At wealthability.com. Wealthability.com.
And always earliest, probably best to get on it now.
Oh, absolutely. Start now for your taxes for 2017, but also start now planning for 2018 because big tax benefits coming.
It's a lot to take in.
Now I'm anxious.
It's a lot to take in. Now we're anxious for the next tax
Thank you.
season.
We'll be right
appreciate
back.
you coming in.